Sargon of Akkad posted a video of a compilation video called "Why Do People Hate Hashtag Feminism?" Episode 9. And it's called "Feminists Say the Darnest Things." Now, I have nothing wrong with feminism as in itself. There are some states, where women are truly treated unequal to men. That's true. But what I don't like is when people let a movement or a ideology or a political ideology curb any rational thought. So anyway, here's what I mean. Roll it.
So you'll probably hear quite a lot of people throwing around the phrase feminism is equality with men. So I'm here to tell you today that's not really what feminism is. That is quite a basic, watered down version of feminism. It's what you'll hear celebrities who are using the word feminism as a buzzword say, and it's not really correct. Feminism is really a movement that is about the liberation of women from the oppression of men.
Okay. Now, yes, feminism used to mean liberation from the oppression of men. That's what it used to mean. Keyword, that's what it used to mean. Used to. Now, in this day and age, there are men who call themselves feminists because they feel that in order to support women's rights, they need to have the feminist title. Well, that's not necessarily true. I support women's rights, and I don't call myself a feminist. But it kind of helps when you have people of the opposite gender also helping your movement or helping talk about the problems that affect you as well. Because sometimes it, for the most part, it takes a village to change something in a positive way.
Feminism is not simply a euphemism for misandry.
Would you or would you not say that women are oppressed? Because I would. I experience sexism probably every hour of every day. Casual sexism. But it's really hard.
Wait. You feel oppressed every day? I'm sorry, but I don't buy that. In America, women are treated significantly better than women are in Pakistan or in Saudi Arabia. If you want to know what true oppression is, go to one of those countries. But if you want to, say you're oppressed and you're this and you're that, while you live in America, you don't know how lucky you are to be an American. You don't know how lucky you are to be an American woman in the 21st century. And also, are there sexist men in America? Yes, there are. There are sexist women as well who hate men, who think men are less than women, and there are men who think women are less than men. That's granted. You're not going to change those people's opinions. But for the most part, men treat women as human beings.
When you think about it, because it's a woman having to earn respect rather than just having respect as a person.
It is hard.
Like I said, there are some men who do treat women like absolute shit because she's a woman, but for the most part, that's a small percentage of men. For the most part, men treat women as human beings.
To read an article like this and avoid the conclusion that we live in a culture that hates women, just hates us. It's hard to read an article like this and conclude that the men in this culture, boys and men in this culture, are raised to see women as not just less than them, but in some cases as less than human.
Frankly, it's sad.
Wow, really? Really? Because, I've done several videos on my YouTube page about women's rights. I don't see women less than human. And I wasn't raised to see women as less than human. Because guess what? I'm in a family where my mother raised me for the most. I had a single mother. I I was raised pretty much by my great grandmother throughout the day when I lived in Stroudsburg. Um, um, I done a lot of stuff with my grandmother. Um, when my aunts lived in New York, we visited them a lot during the summer. Like it was like a weekend, and I every now and then I spend a week in New York. I never seen women as less than human. But I'll repeat myself again. Yes, there are men who do have that mentality. They may not be raised to think that way, but their opinions will never change. But for the most part, boys are not raised to think women are less than human. And the United States does not hate women, by the way. I'll repeat myself again. If you want to know what true oppression is, go to Saudi Arabia. That's true oppression over there.
Misogyny is the air that we breathe.
Misogyny is the air that we breathe? I doubt it. I really doubt it. Yeah, I truly doubt misogyny is the air that women breathe in America. We breathe the same air globally, polluted air that will probably that's probably toxic already, but air that probably will kill us in the near future.
And over $60,000 to $80,000 of debt. I can't even keep track anymore. And you know what? I'm gonna say it right here. I'm not paying that shit off.
Neither am I. I'm in debt too. I'm not paying that shit off as well. Because it's hard to find a fucking job. You're not the only one that has debt.
Is a list of the things that we're working towards. Now, if you would shut the fuck up for the 50th million time, gender identity.
Wow. You think you're gonna win over argument by telling someone to shut the fuck up? Really? You really don't know how to debate, do you?
Biological sex, gender expression, cisgender, MTF, FTM, MTM, FTF, transgender versus transgendered, trans with an asterisk, transsexual, transvestite, cross-dressing, drag, dysphoria, being gender queer, gender fluid, agender, neutois, gender variant, androgynous, intersex, demigirl, and demiguy. We'll talk about the gender binary and PGPs, and we'll cover AMDs like third/other gender, bigender, trigender, two-spirit, non-binary, and probably much more. Literally.
Wow. First of all, I have no problem with genderqueer. I have no problem with transsexual. I have no problem with transsexual. I have no problem with transgender. I have no problem with, pansexual, gay, lesbian, bisexual. I have nothing wrong with that, with those terms. But stop creating like these terms for genders that don't even exist. Because at the end of the day, doesn't matter if it's a transgender male or woman. Doesn't matter if it's a cisgender male or woman. Guess what? It's still men and women. Those are the two primary genders. And I don't care about, genderqueer and all that. That doesn't bother me. I don't care if someone doesn't necessarily identify as a man or woman. That part doesn't bother me. But to go on and say, oh, there's this and that, there's that, no. I think you're just adding stuff because, well, just for the sake of adding stuff. I'm gonna skip a little ahead.
Imbued by politics. If you believe that you have no identity, no race, then you are probably a very privileged person.
Privilege is.
Really? Wait, hold on a sec. So if there's a person that doesn't want to identify as Hispanic because Hispanic is just a label that they're given, it may be a part of their heritage, but a label may not mean anything to them because they're a human being. And I get for some people, them calling themselves female, male, Hispanic, black, whatever. For some people, culture means a lot to people. I get that. But for a lot of people, labels don't mean anything. They're just labels. Like, am I male? Yeah, I am. But does that label mean anything to me? No, not really. Because guess what? I'm not privileged. And privileged, in order to be privileged, regardless of gender, race, or ethnicity, you need moolah. Oprah is privileged. Ellen DeGeneres is privileged. Steve Harvey is privileged. Jason Alexander is privileged. Those are privileged people. Cedric the Entertainer is privileged. Let me think. Woody Allen's privileged. These are rich people. These are rich people. They're privileged. And guess what? No one looks at them and says, oh, this is the white comedian, this is the black comedian I like. No, they just know them by their names. Because labels mean nothing. Really, they don't.
Not about you as an individual. It's not about anything being your fault. It's not about anything you've done or said or even thought.
Because you're a fucking white man who gets to do whatever he wants to in this space, right? So I'm saying no, you do not have permission to walk around videotaping women of color and acting like you can do that and the rest of us can't. Aren't you quite aware by holding that video camera on me that you are surrounded by your privilege, right? Take your privilege somewhere else, please.
Maybe he's not necessarily showing his privilege. Look, do I find stuff like that to be a little creepy, where someone just following you with a video camera? Yeah, I do, but it's not because of his privilege, by the way.
Alright? Because your privilege is not welcome here. So unless you are here to dismantle your privilege, please find somewhere else to go. I'm complaining about...
Wow, really? Just because it's a guy, you don't want guys to exist. Fuck you.
The gender stereotype in toys, and it freaking pisses me off. Also, I'm not a feminist. I'm a human being.
Find somewhere else to go.
I'm complaining about the gender stereotype in toys, and it freaking pisses me off. Also, I'm not a feminist. I'm a human being that believes in equality. There's either that or there's sexist people. You can't say you're not a feminist and then say you're also not sexist. That's not a thing.
Actually, yeah, it is. I'm not a feminist and I'm not sexist. I'm not bigoted. Look. First of all, gender stereotypes in toys, I'm sorry, but guess what? Women are born with certain cells that they grow breasts later on in life. That's biology. You can't deny that women don't grow breasts, because they do. Do men grow breasts? Yeah, but only men grow breasts when they're really, really fat. I'm average weight. I have small man boobs. They're not big. They're not big yet. But it'll get to that point. But I have small man boobs. Is it due to unhealthy lifestyle? No, it's just due to genetics. And guess what? And by the way, I believe in equality too, but I don't need to call myself a feminist to believe in equality. Look, you are a human being. No one's denying that. I'm not denying it. You're not denying it. But guess what? Instead of, saying that all men are sexist because they don't call themselves feminists, is a little stupid. It really is. It really is stupid. I'm gonna skip over some... Okay.
I don't walk down the street in the dark. It's not my city, my block, my park, I don't wanna be another BuzzFeed story. What a pity, too pretty, and the streets too gritty. If she didn't want a titty, then she shouldn't have grown them. Strutting through the streets, you'd think that she'd own them. Talking so sweet, you'd think that she'd known them. But shit, that's just what happens when you go it alone. And fuck the nice guys with their eyes on the prize, thinking we don't fucking see through the sheepskin disguise. Saying bitches ain't never done nothing for me. But what's a patriarchy fucking dumb physique? We know this correct.
First of all, I will compliment you on, you do have good rapping skills. You do have good rapping skills, but I do want to critique what you were rapping about. First of all, where you live, you have the right to go wherever you want to. You have the right to wear whatever you fucking want to. First of all, you're not oppressed by what you're saying is you're oppressed. You're saying that a city belongs to a guy. No, a city belongs to everyone who lives in it, by the way. It just doesn't belong to men. It just doesn't belong to men. It belongs to everyone. Men, women, and children.
Decadent white supremacist capitalist patriarchy. Heteropatriarchy doesn't give a shit about any of us that are pushing back against it.
That's what the American flag stands for. We don't stand for that shit. Fuck patriarchy. Fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck patriarchy? First of all, there's no patriarchy society anymore. And why are you burning the flag? Why are you burning the flag? That's treason. That's literally treason. You could be arrested for treason by burning the American flag. I get you have the right to express your frustration. I understand that. But when you burn the American flag, that's a bridge too fucking far.
Normativity. Oppression, homophobia, transphobia, Islamophobia, capitalism, slavery, racism, classism, elitism, imperialism, all of it. Burn that shit.
Okay, I'm getting this video. The rest of the video is going to be linked down below. I cut shit out, so it wouldn't have to be like a 40-minute or a half-hour video, but still. I do want to comment on the person who burned the flag. That's treason. You could be arrested for that. That is treason. You want to talk against racism? Go ahead. You want to talk about against sexism? Go ahead. I'm on that boat with you. But yet, when you burn the American flag, I am not on board with you. You do not burn the American flag because some people are shitheads. You don't do that. If you burn the American flag, you should be put in prison for treason.